Castle Crashers is a very evil game and very controversial. Just kidding, it hasn't done anything wrong. But today is a discussion about maybe a controversial weapon in Castle Crashers, and I want to talk about the weapon progression system in Castle Crashers as a whole. Because it is really good, but there is one thing that I find really interesting, and that I definitely want to talk about. It would really mean a lot if you guys can subscribe. I really want to get together with this whole YouTube thing. You guys can like and comment. It would really mean a lot. With that out of the way, let's talk about the weapon system in Castle Crashers. So it kind of goes by fives. When you start the game, you're level 1. After you beat the game and collect the weapons, you could go to the armory and you could collect and equip all the different weapons you already have. So level 1, you have a pretty good assortment of weapons to go by. Then level 5, going to level 10 after that, then level 15, then level 20, then level 30, and then level 35. So, what is the issue with this? Well, there's certain weapons you could get through DLC. The DLC weapons are really good. Now, in the recent update, the pencil weapon was added. This is Paint Jr.'s default weapon, and it is one of the best weapons in the game, actually being the best magic weapon at the game, it gives you an insane +7 magic and has 0 downsides, +2 defense and +1 agility as well. If you're running a magic build, there's really no reason not to equip this weapon at the start of a playthrough, and it kinda invalidates any reason to play with any of the other magic weapons you could get throughout the game. Because there is a lot of magic-centered weapons throughout the game, and as you progress, they can be fun to really choose a different loadout. But why is there even a reason to choose a different loadout when you could just run the pencil? There's weapons like the leaf, and also cool weapons like the cane, which you could get from the shop, +5 at level 10. And I think as you go along, it gives you a reasonable amount of magic at finally the unicorn horn at level 15, +6 magic, +1 defense. And then I think Paint Jr.'s weapon should be around here at the level 20 mark for the weapon, because it is just that good. Maybe even level 30. Maybe level 20 is perfect for it. Now, weapons like the King's Sword is a DLC weapon. It originally was, but now it isn't. And it is a level 20 weapon, and there's no downsides to it either. Again, a really good weapon. So I think that's a good placement for it. Now, when we look at the other weapons, there is some other strange things, such as the lollipop. The lollipop is one of the best agility weapons in the game, as it gives you +5 agility at just level 1. So this can be obtained with the Pink Knight DLC. So yeah, it is a big buff to your speed. There is other agility options though that are really cool throughout the game. For example, at level 5, this sword gives you +3 agility. It kind of just again takes away from the variety of collecting these weapons. Now this one is nowhere near as bad as Paint Jr.'s, because there actually is different agility weapons throughout the game. For example, this sword has the poison effect, but it does have -2 strength. It does have that +5 agility. Again, I would still consider the lollipop maybe a better weapon just because it doesn't have that -2 strength. Now with this weapon, it gives you +6 agility, -2 strength. Now this weapon's cool because it does have a better stat than the lollipop, giving you +6 agility. There's also other agility weapons in the game. For example, there's this one right here, which also gives you a magic boost, but it still gives you the same amount of agility as the lollipop. I always just found it strange that they just hand out the lollipop at level 1. They hand it out like candy. I'm so sorry. That was the perfect opportunity to say that. But yeah, they really just hand it out to you. It's like a +5. Now, when we look at defense, I think it is perfect the way they did it. So when you look at early game defense weapons, there's really not many at level 1. There's this one right here, and then there's also Paint Jr.'s, which gives you +2. There's also the broccoli, which gives you +3, which is actually really good for a level 1 weapon. Now, level 5 has some pretty decent defense options as well, with the umbrella, but some other ones, like with this one right here, no downsides. But like level 5 is just kind of, the scissors. And when you keep going, it goes all the way to the necromancer's sword, which gives an insane +7 defense, making this the best defense build weapon in the game. So I think this is perfectly balanced because you get this late game and it doesn't take away from choosing a different variety of weapons if you want to run a defense build. Even right here, level 20, you get a defense, but you also get a crit. With this one, you get +5 strength, +5 defense, but you get that speed penalty. This weapon is really good, the bear club. Now, when we look at strength, it's a little bit better, but I wouldn't really consider it controversial. One weapon that really sticks out to me early game is this one right here. I think the way that this weapon works is amazing. You could find it in a chest around 3 forest level, and you're slightly in the game, and it's like, this is a good weapon. I want to run strength, but it does give me that 1 speed penalty. Use that until about level 5. But then when you get to level 5, there's some also pretty decent strength options as well, but it doesn't completely invalidate the use of this weapon. I think that is amazing. That is awesome. So you could use that weapon almost all the way up to level 10. Once we get to level 10, we get to see some pretty big strength buffs. With this one being from the shop, +5 strength, -2 agility. So this one's pretty much an upgrade from that other one we were just looking at. But again, there's also a lot more customization here. So I do think strength handles this very well. Right here, this one is like the next upgrade. Then when we keep going, we obviously have more strength options, with this one being really good, and then we also have the crit options at very high level, which again I think is balanced perfectly. So I really do think it is just strange how the agility and magic weapons are balanced in this game. It just kind of feels like the DLC weapons just kind of limit the creativity you could have throughout your playthrough, because I find it fun, like let's say you complete a level, you go back to map, you're leveled up, and then you could maybe equip a better sword. But with weapons like the pencil in the game, there's not really a reason to come back and maybe use one of these other weapons and have a different variety. Now, of course you can, and that's completely playstyle dependent, but it really is hard to not want to use the pencil at an early level because it's just that good. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think that it's, you got the Paint Junior DLC, you could be able to use this whenever you want? Or do you think that the Paint Junior's weapon, or maybe the lollipop, should maybe be unlocked at a little bit of a later level? Personally, I think I made it pretty obvious. I think they should be unlocked at a later level. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and then also let me know what your guys' favorite weapon in the game is, because I think my favorite weapon in the game, design-wise, it's hard to choose. It really is. I do like the ice sword. This one, I really like the bear club. There's a lot of good ones. A lot of really cool weapons. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, take care. Bye.